Hello and welcome to Catherine's Garden. So good to be here with you today. Now I've been walking around the garden and just looking at all of the things that are in bloom. It's amazing how the tulips are opening up. Daffodils are just about finished, but then there's some late blooming daffodils that are about to open. And it is just such a pleasant day today. It has been raining for the last couple of days, so everything is so green and lush. This apple tree is about to flower. To bloom. Do you see that? I'm just amazed. And I think that is the Gravstein apple. And then this one also is about to bloom also. Do you see that? And that one is the red Macintosh apple. Now, you know, if I get apples this year, I'm going to be quite amazed. Yeah. So here's my peach tree. I've waited a long time. I've never had blooms on it before. And I'm assuming that each bloom is a possible peach. I don't know if that's true or not, but I sure am hoping. Things are really growing quickly. And just in a day's time, look at that. This is the pear tree, the Asian pear tree. I believe by tomorrow these blooms will be opening up. And this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different pears here. Each colored tag is the graph of a different pear. Looks something like this. So let's walk around, take a look at what's happening in the garden. Today is the 24th of April and spring has sprung. My tulips have decided to actually open up. The sun is shining. We have been getting a lot of rain here in the Boston area. And today, the tulips that I planted have decided to open up and to shine. A couple of days or even weeks ago, the daffodils had their display and they were looking so nice. But now it's time for the tulips. I didn't realize that I had so many different varieties of tulips like this in the front. I thought they were more of the same color, but I believe it was a mixed pack bulb. We have these yellows, kind of like a pale yellow, and I have some pinks here. Maybe it's how I mix them up. I don't know. but it's definitely beautiful. I'm trying to stay out of the without casting a shadow. The day lilies here are growing, and also my lily that I planted in the front. I planted a lot of seeds, but along with the seeds that I planted, there are also a lot of weed seeds, what we would consider to be weeds. So I'm going to have to wait until they get their second leaves or grow a little bit more before I decide to cultivate the ground. But I've heard that it's not really good to scratch the ground that much because it will end up messing up the different insects and whatever they call it, microbial things. My peony is growing, and this peony I planted about 2 or 3 years ago. It was just a small little piece, and now I can see some, I don't know if you can see it right here. I think I'm going to have 2 flowers. I am so excited about that because I don't even know what color it is. Should be interesting. And I started some watermelon seeds earlier in a couple of weeks back there, and I think April 3rd I started the watermelon seeds, and now I see that they're about to get their second leaves. And that is very promising. I also planted some nasturtium. Seeds, and they're growing well too. So this is, seed planting is an experiment for me. But then also I am just so pleased to see how the daffodils have opened up. And how everything is just coming forth. We're moving from dirt to actual leaves growing, perennials growing, plants coming forth. My hydrangeas from 2 years ago, they're still coming up here. You can see that. I am just praying that we do not have a freeze. And these are the daffodils. They took a beating. A couple of days ago we had so much rain and it was so hard. The poor daffodils just kind of fell over. Now here is the rhododendron. I think we're going to have at least one bloom. These hydrangeas are doing very well. I may have a good show of flowers this year. I'm hoping for that. Now here is a hosta that is elegans, I believe. It's coming up. And then here's the rhododendron. I think I'm going to get 3 flowers there. Now this is one of the hydrangeas that I planted, and it's growing. Remember when I made this hedge, I said I wanted to make a hedge of hydrangea plants, and I did a lot of transplanting. Well, they're coming up. This is one of the babies. Remember I had planted or made some little cuttings, and then I rooted them? Well, that's one. Here's another one. That. And then here's one here. It's starting to flower. Isn't that great? I don't see roots of the hydrangeas. Oh my goodness, I didn't do such a great job. But I believe they're going to be just fine. See that? One particular one definitely has a lot of roots. So we know that that's going to do well. They're both going to do well. But then here is another of the cuttings. Don't they look healthy and nice here? This is another one that I just put in. There's one here. And this is the last one that I just put in. Anything there. That's a rhodo from Lowe's. And another hydrangea plant. And there's some bulbs that I put in, begonias, and my begonia pot plants are starting to leaf out too. So there's just a lot of growth and beauty in the garden. These red tulips are just awesome. Look at them, opened up like that to the sun. Now I planted these a long time ago. I think when I first moved in here, and I really haven't taken much care of them, but they are definitely showing up. Now I know later on in May everything is just gonna come alive, so I am so much looking forward to the blooming of even more plants. I love the late spring garden. And so bear with me, because what I want to do is just show you the before and the after, how the garden is moving from one level to the next. Now this is the new garden. Remember I had a whole lot of leaves underneath and it was just one big mess, and we've been able to put some order to it. the pots on top to keep it steady, and just continue to come out and turn things around and make sure that everything is in place. Well, if you liked this quick walk around for April, then like, share, and subscribe to Catherine's Garden. So come with me on this journey. Well, if you like this video, as I said before, like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below, and see you next time in Catherine's Garden. Bye. By the way, I want to show you this. This is my fig tree. I moved it from the corner over there, and it spent the winter in the house, and now it's leafing out. Isn't that beautiful? Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to Catherine's Garden of LWS. Remember to subscribe to Lady Wisdom Speaks Academy on YouTube. Be blessed.